Yeah, we can watch Lando's video, I guess.
Femboys. Colloquial
Okay.
might be called fembology. I think technically speaking is femboyology. Coming from Wikipedia, femboy is a slang term for a young male who displays traditionally feminine characteristics.
That's it! That's all there is to it! That is what a femboy is! No looking like a stolfo, no shorter than 180, no skinnier than this, no this and that bullshit. It's just that easy. A male with feminine traits, that's it. So no more gatekeeping bullshit like, oh yeah, you don't, you're too tall to be a femboy. No more bullshit like that, okay? Too tall to be a femboy? What about tall girls? Are they too tall to be a girl? Think about it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Femboy, the term femboy, has emerged as sort of a positive term, appealing to a range of individuals who might be attracted to a mix of feminine and masculine traits. Perhaps even prompting a genre of internet media. In recent times, the platform Pornhub
Why did you need to point that out, Lando?
searchable category on its website, and that happened in 2013. And since then, the search interest for the term has dramatically increased. A femboy would refer to themselves as a femboy. Femboy, the term, right, as I just said, it came to be adopted as a self-descriptor. Descriptor for guys who tend toward presenting feminine, a scale of femininity, some more than others, some less, for non-sexual purposes, right? These persons adopt femininity.
Very important statement. For non-sexual purposes. It's almost as if it's something I've been talking about for a while now.
As a form of everyday expression, gender expression.
Yes.
Right? Donning a conventionally, traditionally feminine aesthetic by wearing makeup, feminine clothing, dresses, thigh highs, panties, garter belts.
Why is he... Why is Lando going through this like sweating, bro? Is he being transformed as he's reading through this? That's funny. The pause. Gay?
Complicated answer. I know you want a yes or no answer, and it cannot be done.
But you know what you can do instead? Subscribing and liking this video. I noticed that over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel. We're so close to reaching 100,000 subscribers, so if you enjoy my videos, make sure to click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay on track of my newest uploads. On another note, I have now opened memberships. On my channel, you can join for a small fee that will allow me to keep creating content for you. You will gain access to a loyalty badge, exclusive Velky emotes, and a shoutout at the end of every video from now on, as well as exclusive member-only community posts. This is completely optional and is not required to enjoy my videos, but if you would like to support me financially, then you now have the option to do so. Also, make sure to check me out on twitch.tv/Velkyan if you want to catch my content live. The link is in the description. Sorry for all the yapping. Thank you for watching the video so far, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Bye-bye!
To tackle the question, are femboys gay? Very common question. A little uninformed and, you know, a little ignorant if you ask me. But I'm not here to judge, I'm here to teach.
Damn! What is he trying?
Quantum mechanics. Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment that
Did he just compare femboys being gay to Schrodinger's cat?
illustrates a paradox of quantum superposition. Schrodinger's cat, literally a cat in this thought experiment, is encased in this box, right? And there's a flask of poison right here.
Yeah.
A radioactive source placed in a sealed box. If an internal monitor.
So femboys are cat boys. That is.
After a while, the cat is simultaneously both alive or dead. When you literally open the box, you can't see it both be alive and dead. It's either going to be alive or dead. But before you observe it to be, before you open the box to look
it is neither
and see it,
it's neither alive or dead.
Either alive or dead until you confirm it. Schrodinger's cat, or another, aka Schrodinger's femboy. Gay and not gay at the same time. It doesn't feel right to say it's strictly gay, but it's definitely not straight. Being a femboy, dressing effeminate, again, can be a sort of gender expression role. It doesn't always have to be sexual. However, maybe a little misguided to completely ignore that side of things. So, you know, we're gonna be talking about the pussy. Why is it
the what?
And breedable? You know, we talk about the pussy, we talked about submissive and breedable, and that the intersection, the union rather, is pussy, but we never answered the question, why the pussy? On the surface level, one might consider a male's entrance to be the exact opposite of
Why is there a shovel and a star?
breedable. When compared to the conventional woman's pussy,
How can he talk about this with a straight face?
as I call it. But that is the exact reason why the pussy is so desirable. I think it has to do with subversion. The fact that the male entrance is not supposed to be bred makes it that much more desirable.
Is this an accurate statement? This is crazy.
Your mom left out. You can only have one after dinner. Don't go near that cookie jar. You know, don't go, hey, get away from my pussy. Pussy, a wussy is traditionally biologically meant to be bred, but to breed another male, to dominate another male. I mean, what is more masculine than that?
I mean, I guess he has a point. I mean, he's not wrong, technically, if you think about it.
Anything more masculine than making another male submit their pussy to you. The ultimate act of masculinity. In fact, the ultimate act of heterosexuality. If I've ever seen it. Fight or flight. You're in the wild, hunting for, you know, that pussy in the jungle. It's about who is the apex predator? Who is the apex pussy blaster in the
It's getting Who is the apex pussy blaster? Are you the apex pussy blaster in the wilds, chat? Are you?
wild? Eat or get eaten. A little bit of history. Not sure how you pronounce this. Kocek? What is the kocek? The kocek, plural being koçekler, in Turkish, was typically a very handsome young male. Unfortunately, perhaps a slave, raucous, or a dancer who usually cross-dressed in feminine attire and was employed as an entertainer. We don't have any pictures, of course. Pictures didn't exist back then, but I imagine something like this.
How can he keep a straight face talking about this? I have no idea, but it's fucking hilarious.
Before starting their performance, these Turkish dancers, these koçeks, male dancers, would dance among the spectators to rile them up, to get them more excited. Men in the audience would go wild. They would literally fight each other. They'd break their glasses. They would shout, kill each other. Yes, you heard me. Men in Turkey would kill each other for the pussy.
For the pussy. Ain't no way. Is this real? Did men really, like, I could just imagine men doing a gladiator fight, beating each other up for pussy, bro. That is insane. Why don't we do that anymore nowadays? What the fuck? I should bring that back.
If we don't learn from it, we're doomed to repeat ourselves.
Oh.
And it seems like we are repeating.
It seems like we are repeating.
The femboys have existed for a very long time, and this seems to be encoded in our DNA.
Your Honor, it was for the pussy, not guilty.
Still today, what does this remind you of? Right here.
Female Link or Link.
I think it's a rhetorical because I think you know that is Link, Gerudo Link. Yes, from the Breath of the Wild. Another example could be Lilac Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom. These are artifacts, and the reason why we like it.
Artifacts?
Again, it's in the blood of our ancestors. I think we would be wrong to talk about femboys without at least mentioning the word trap. I do not like this word, but to not talk about this word in discussion with femboys, it's ignoring the obvious. I don't like this word. The implication
I don't think I like the word either.
implies this secretive, like almost malicious, like undercover, like you're tricking people, right? Deceitful, like you're tricking them, or you're trapping them, right? And so, you know, the origins of the word, I think, were referring to, like, in anime, a boy that is a feminine.
I absolutely hate the word. Yeah, I don't like the word either.
Sometimes more attractive than the girl. I think originally it was supposed to stay, you know, in terms of fictional realm, right? But I don't know who co-opted this word, started to apply it to real people. That's when we start to get into this territory of, again, I don't like this pretext of, like, we're trapping people. I really don't like this use of the word, and why I think this is very outdated, right? Like, first and foremost, it's being used like with malicious intent. It's being used as like a derogatory term, right?
Yeah, fair.
But there's a secondary aspect that I think we aren't even acknowledging. It's like fundamentally flawed and wrong to equate the word trap with a femboy, or to equate the idea of a trap with a femboy. Why? I'm actively seeking out the dick and the pussy. I'm not being fooled. My intention is first and foremost that these are men, that they have dick.
Why did it take him so long? He was like his oh my god. He was like dialing up to his brain for a second there, bro. You could hear the dial-up sound as he was thinking about dick, bro. That's crazy.
At this point, it's just, again, forget the derogatory usage of it. It's just simply not right. It's counterintuitive.
I mean, fair, true.
Appreciation, the modern usage of people being femboys, because I think if you're a male and you want to be a femboy, it's not right for you to feel like you need to pretend to not be male. I think the point of fembology, of femboyology, is that it can be a sort of empowering feeling. You can be a femboy and not be afraid to say that I can be effeminate and a male. I'm not trapping anyone. I'm not fooling anyone. That's not my intention. And if you're seeking it out in that term, we're not about that. Why do I feel strongly about this? Because I myself have engaged the practice, and I guess this comes to my next point.
Pause. Wait a minute. Did he just admit to being a femboy?
Why do I feel strongly about this? Because I myself have engaged the practice, and I guess this comes to my next point.
I've engaged in practice. Okay. He's a femboy or an ex-femboy. Honestly, you know what? Based.
The question is, I'm talking about femboys. We're lecturing about femboys. Professor Lando, are you a femboy? I will be providing you some contextual media for reference.
Damn.
So, in my research in fembology, I was in the field, some anthropology work as a femboy. And this is me practicing the art of fembology.
Practicing the art of fembology is crazy. Dude, you look so good though in the cosplay.
In the field, right? Some people, they join Red Cross and they go across the seas to help impoverished nations, impoverished communities. Some people do missionary work for the church. Some people enlist in the military, put their lives on the line. I dressed up as a stallfo at an anime convention. To classify someone as a femboy, is there a ratio of time spent dressing up feminine, wearing makeup?
Collab with Lando when? Dude, I need to.
Being, masculine, or just being, themselves as in male? That seems like gatekeeping to me. And that doesn't seem right. Is everyone...
Finally! He said what I said! That is gatekeeping!
Is every once in a while enough to be a femboy? You want to say that you can just be a femboy no matter how much, but however, if you're trying to lose weight and every day you eat McDonald's and one day out of the month you eat a salad, doesn't mean you're dieting. You know what I mean? Do I have to constantly shave my body to be a femboy every day? Do I even need to do it at all? I don't know, saying it out loud, I want to say no. Once a femboy, always a femboy. Much like the Marines.
Like, I think he makes a fair point that if you dress up one time for shits and giggles and have fun with it and just do it one time, you wouldn't really be considered a femboy. It's just kind of like a, you know, you did it one time. The same with the example where it's like, if you're working out and you only eat junk food and you eat a salad one time, it doesn't mean that you are dieting. So the same way goes for femboy. Like, you're not called a femboy if you only dress up one time and that's it, you know? If you dress up for a longer time, once a femboy, always a femboy, you know? You don't always have to do everything.
I think a femboy lecture would not be really complete without some mention of popular references in pop culture, aka femboys. Astolfo, Rider of Black. I really like Astolfo as a character, but I would hate to boil down Astolfo to simply being the gateway drug of femboys. I do think that, you know, we need to acknowledge that Astolfo is sort of that. Is the marijuana of femboys, the gateway femboy. Let's throw up some examples. Hidari from Blend S. I recently started playing this game. Venti. Genshin Impact. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Sasha from Animal Crossing. To talk about the fact that femboys come in all different shapes and sizes, we talked about, like, do I need to be shaven every day? Do I have to be, you know, this traditional femboy look all the time? I want to say no. I think that's the right answer.
What an absolutely based fucking take, dude. What an absolute base take. Femboys come in their own shapes and sizes, and no matter how or when or why, you're valid. And I think that's great.
You know, we are all connoisseurs of femboys. I imagine sort of like a fancy masquerade, right? Like some European, we're all wearing suits and ties and we have swirly mustaches. Classical music is playing, you know? Yes, indubitably, I've come here to be welcome everyone to the monthly gathering of us femboy connoisseurs. My name is us, and I do like to enjoy my femboys to be a certain way, and you know, I have my preference, and you know how it is. For me personally, enjoy my femboys to be a little more masculine. So this is going to be controversial. You know, some characters in anime, their voice are basically just a girl, aka Hidari from Blend S, which is fine. You know, to be a femboy, there's a spectrum. But to me, these characters are just femboy in name. For all extensive purposes in their media, they're simply another female character. Why even make them a femboy? It almost seems like pandering at that point or something. Where's the boy? And again, there's some men out there that are very feminine, very feminine presenting, and that's fine. But I'm just saying that in terms of being a femboy, don't be so worried about being uber feminine. Cloud is a perfect example.
He said, if you're a femboy, don't be worried about being uber feminine. And I'm like, preach to this gentleman for his fine and nice knowledge. Lovely.
Maybe because I relate to the character more physically, mentally. I think that's part of it. Maybe sort of projecting myself onto the character. Cloud is very, you could even say built, very, very masculine.
Built different.
Compared to characters like Hidari and Venti.
Yeah.
Very much fits into this category. You know, not like masculine as like huge honking macho, like huge characters. You know, to see characters like Cloud wearing the dress, cross-dressing, getting down in the bathroom of...
Whoa! Pause! That took a fucking strong 180 right there. Hold up. Wipe that shit back.
Cloud wearing the dress, cross-dressing, getting down in the bathroom of the Honeybee Inn in Final Fantasy. There's something more relatable to me there.
Do you want to wear a dress and be down in a honeybee? Like what? I mean, bro wants what he wants. Hey, yo, I respect that. You know what?
And now that I'm thinking about it, I might just be gay.
He might just be gay. I mean, fair, I guess.